The Scottish Power headquarters in Glasgow has presented quite a unique opportunity, not just to the Langerote Group but also to Crown House. We've really raised the bar on our strategy for design for manufacture and assembly and translated that into client value in terms of the speed of the construction and the speed of the build.
The project is the Scottish Power headquarters. It's been built in Glasgow. The ultimate tenant will be Scottish Power and we're building it for their parent company Iberdrola. The developer is Helico Bar and it's a £73 million build with £20 million worth of building services. To scale, is 35,000 square metres of Grade A office space over 2 basement levels and 13 above ground, incorporating Cat A and Cat B fabric and services.
My role within the Scottish Power HQ project is CAD leader for the project. I currently have 4 implementation engineers on the project. That peaked at 7 when we were in full flight of module production.
Digital engineering has played a huge part in this. Without it, we wouldn't be able to go into as much detail and produce the quantity of modules that we are.
The Scottish Power modules are fairly unique in terms of there's things that we've never done on modules before in this factory. We've added air conditioning, we've added modular wiring and we've added fire alarms, as well as integrating some of our own sprinkler pipe work and containment.
So you'll see up there VRF systems, ductwork systems, pipework systems, electrical, fire alarm and lighting. And never before have we combined so many disparate systems onto the same module.
And the project basically set out to manufacture 70% of mechanical and electrical install off-site.
In terms of Crown House, that means we've had to look at every aspect of the engineering of this project. We've produced an innovative product that's not been deployed onto any of our projects before, what I would describe as an interstitial ceiling void. So whereas we would normally install this type of work traditionally on site, we've completely manufactured it in the factory. That's meant that we've had a number of technological challenges that we've had to overcome in terms of the different systems that we've mounted on this interstitial ceiling module.
The key to the production of the modules in the factory was the way that the site was sequenced in terms of our build. So the site would advise us of which modules they wanted us to produce in that weekly period, and we'd tailor the production to suit the next available slots on site for delivery.
Scottish Power's effectively located right in the centre of Glasgow. The modularisation has decreased the amount of deliveries if you were doing it in a traditional method.
The on-site delivery was also another factor. Because this is a busy city centre site running along parallel to the M8, it was paramount that the deliveries were just in time. As part of that, the digital engineering was used to demonstrate the installation, lifting of these large assemblies.
The modules will be all over the project. It's 2 basement levels in Scottish Power with a ground floor and then first to 12 floors. There'll be 380 plus modules will be in and around those areas.
One of the key enablers for doing this level of DFMA is that we are supremely confident that the coordination of the services in these modules is correct. We don't want to be chopping and changing things when we get to site and having to do modifications.
We needed to liaison with the client early and all the way through the process to demonstrate that what we were planning here was the only way you could construct this building and the only way you could install M&E services against a challenging programme.
So this is where digital engineering plays a critical part, that we can coordinate dimensionally accurate installation information for the manufacturing centre through the digital model, which gives a high degree of confidence that the installation will be correct right first time, every time.
The way they're installed in site is obviously completely different from previous methods that we've used. A lot is kind of demanding on lift and shift. So in this project we're using select lift and shift along with CHT trained guys to lift these modules into place and onto the floor plate.
That challenge was how we were going to hang those modules. So the solution of positioning all the fixings via setting out instruments directly from the model became an option that we looked at early in the planning, and it landed up being absolutely the right solution. It meant that there was no drilling on site, there was no requirement for retro installation. It meant that we were actually installing drop rods as the bisons were getting put in place.
So it's a fantastic achievement. So how does that translate into client benefit? Well, it means that the build rate on this project is 50% quicker than any other office development that we've built in the past. So whereas we might expect a fit-out rate of around about 800 square metres per week as a typical benchmark, at Scottish Power we're achieving 1,200 square metres a week.